In today's edition of Jamaica Magazine, making the most of what the land has to offer, from earning a living through ecotourism to growing nutritious foods or just enjoying nature's bounty. I'm Adrian Atkinson. All that and so much more right after this message.
Let's celebrate Jamaica to the world. Fastest man in the world. First Jamaican woman to win gold in Olympic 100-meter sprint. An upcoming global superstar. Mouth-watering meals. And a vibrant set of people. We are Jamaicans. Let's get together and bring back the love.
Good day, I'm Stephen McHugh and this is your JIS News for Wednesday, November 22. Both Houses of Parliament have now passed the National Identification and Registration Act 2017 after the lower house approved the Senate's 168 amendments on Tuesday. It paves the way for the implementation of a National Identification System, NIDS. The Office of the Prime Minister says the act will be gazetted and signed into law by the Governor-General in the coming days. In the meantime, Prime Minister Andrew Holness says he has listened to the concerns of the people about certain clauses in the legislation. He points out that the government has removed the imposition of a prison sentence for persons who do not have a national identification card.
Though there is a fine of $100,000, it is a maximum. The judge can use their discretion, and I'm expecting that the judge would.
Prime Minister Holness says use of the identification card to access public services will also be suspended in cases of life-threatening health issues, natural disasters, or a national emergency. Persons seeking credible information about the planned implementation of the National Identification System, NIDS, are being asked to utilize the nidsfacts.com website.
We cannot continue to look at the Jamaican state as the enemy of the people. I am not the enemy of the people. And it is time that we reject that idea.
The website has a list of frequently asked questions, the National Identification System Bill, and other useful data. The first town hall meeting on the NIDS has been postponed due to inclement weather. During Tuesday's parliamentary sitting, the Prime Minister also designated the boundaries of the cockpit country and the cockpit country protected area. He has also declared that no mining will be allowed in the cockpit country and says existing laws and licenses will be amended to reflect the change. Mr. Holness says Cabinet has adopted the Paris Liao Ayi Jr. 2005 boundary as that of the cockpit country and extended it from 59,000 to 74,726 hectares.
Objectives in defining the boundary is to ensure forest conservation, protection of biodiversity, preservation and improvement of traditional livelihoods, and the creation of new economic opportunities for heritage, health and wellness tourism and ecotourism.
The Culture Ministry has also been asked to nominate the cockpit country for designation as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Mr. Holness says government intends to collaborate with interest groups within the cockpit country to formulate a comprehensive management plan. Government agencies operating within the designated zone have been directed to step up their enforcement activities to minimize and eventually eliminate threats to the area. These include charcoal and yam stick production, open burning, introduction of non-native species, disruption of cave ecosystems, hunting, poaching, and over-collecting of specific species. An immediate road patching exercise is being undertaken in all 63 constituencies across the island. Each constituency has been allocated $10 million for the program, which is to be executed by the National Works Agency and the National Solid Waste Management Authority. Prime Minister Andrew Holness says the funds will also go towards drain cleaning, debushing, and a general cleanup of plastics and other waste.
We are proposing that we use $4 million for bushing and drain cleaning. We are proposing that we use $4 million for patching of potholes and $2 million for the general cleanup of urban towns and rural townships.
Money for the program will be taken from the road maintenance, the consolidated, and the tourism enhancement funds. In other news, vulnerable children and families are expected to receive improved services from the state. This as the Ministry of Labor and Social Security and the Child Protection and Family Services Agency have signed a 2-year Memorandum of Understanding to establish a referral system that will facilitate social intervention for vulnerable persons. The agreement includes current and former wards of the state, at-risk youth, children who have been neglected, abused, or maltreated, those who are in remand, and those on the PATH program.
As we seek to build families in this country of ours, we want to make sure that the most vulnerable, which I'm sure both of us serve, are protected, are provided with services in a timely manner. And so we see this partnership as very valuable.
This MOU will be revised as we further dialogue together to see how we can include our program as it relates to child labor and some of the activities that the government has committed to undertake in conjunction with the ILO.
The nation's children are also being protected in cyberspace. On Monday, the Office of the Children's Advocate, with help from UNICEF, launched 3 social media manuals that will provide internet safety guidelines for children and other stakeholders. Dubbed Be Social, Be Smart, the manuals focus on teens and children 12 years and under. One also targets parents, teachers, and other adults. Children's advocate Diane Gordon Harrison says the manuals were created from the findings of a 2016 school-based study in primary and secondary institutions across the island. The study showed that, among other things, WhatsApp was the main platform used, many of our children did not pay much attention to privacy settings, and many agreed to meet persons they've met online.
The results of these findings, therefore, present to you the social media persona of the Jamaican child. It localizes the overseas data, and it reduces the anecdotal from being mere speculative to actual reality. It is these findings which highlighted the critical need for guidance on the responsible use of social media by our Jamaican children.
In endorsing the manual, Minister of State in the Ministry of Education, Youth and Information, Floyd Green, called for responsible social media use among children and youth.
Social media has given us a false sense of security. In fact, it has convinced our children that it is a private space. We need to remove that fallacy from the minds of our children. Nothing you do on social media is private.
And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Stephen McHugh. Thanks for watching.
Keep we island clean, so clean. From the peaks to the beach, so clean. No dirty up Jamaica, please don't do it. Keep we island clean, so clean. From the peaks to the beach, so clean. No dirty up Jamaica, please don't do it.
No dash, no paper, no dash, no plastic. Dispose your garbage responsibly. No know how to recycle, learn it quick. And if you drop it, better pick up every piece of it. Plastics last forever, don't forget the bits. Cause when them touch the street, them end up in the sea. Collect pan the reef where they fish them feed. And when you want seafood, I eat your eat.
Keep the island clean, so clean. From the peaks to the beach, so clean. No dirty up Jamaica, please don't do it. No dirty up Jamaica, no dirty up Jamaica, no dirty up Jamaica, no dirty up Jamaica.
Our beautiful island has a wealth of resources that can be used to make money. Some residents in the Blue Mountain area are getting assistance to do just that. Find out more in our next feature.
Located on the eastern end of the island within the preservation zone of the Blue and John Crow Mountains National Park and Forest Reserve is the Blue and John Crow Mountains World Heritage Site. It was inscribed on the UNESCO's prestigious World Heritage List in 2015, making it Jamaica's first World Heritage Site. Now, Minister of Culture, Gender, Entertainment and Sport Olivia Grange has begun a series of stakeholder sessions to enlighten residents on ways they can earn from living in such a historical and cultural rich space.
This effort is to ensure that Jamaica benefits economically from this international designation. The history and current reality of the communities of the Blue and John Crow Mountains point to the need for new and creative approaches founded on the cross-cutting nature of culture and the economic value that must be placed on the products and services created and lived, and I quote, lived within these communities. Much of what we must create and market to the rest of Jamaica, the Caribbean and the world are in fact the lived heritage of a people.
The aim, therefore, is to unearth business opportunities, enable job creation, and find more ways to earn an income. The overall initiative is being executed by the Jamaica Conservation and Development Trust, JCDT, which manages the World Heritage Site.
One of the benefits of being a World Heritage Site is that there are a lot of tourism opportunities, heritage tourism opportunities, and that is the way that the tourism industry is going nowadays. Yes, people want to go on the beach a little bit, but they don't want to spend their whole vacation there. They want to experience natural heritage, cultural heritage, and experience community life. And so we are using the opportunity of this workshop as well as a series that will be going on through the next several months to work with communities to develop what these economic opportunities will be. They have to be economic activities that will not damage or degrade the natural heritage. They need to be environmentally friendly. They should focus on whatever cultural resources are there in the community already and build on those.
You can also contemplate community-based products. We're looking at developing artisan villages, and artisan villages can become attractions. What an artisan village? They come to see you sitting down making the drum. They can sit beside you, help you knock in a nail. That's part of the experience. They come and they see the potter in the room working on his thing. So the artisan villages seeing artisans at work, not just people selling products that have been imported.
Among the communities being targeted are Accompong, Moortown, Scotts Hall and Charlestown. One resident who lives in the Blue and John Crow Mountain area attests how his community has already been able to achieve economic gains.
We write to EFJ for a project to open the Kunu Pass Trail, which is one of the oldest trails in Jamaica with a lot of history. Now we got the funding and we opened the Kunu Pass Trail, which with an intention that we will achieve visitor to the Kunu Pass Trail. We look and see what we had. We look at the forest. We see the beautiful forest. We know all the things that we had in the forest. So we said we could put it to economic use. So we started and we built a cabin, and visitors started to come in using the trail. And so we prolonged. We got another grant from smaller grant, and we planted 10 acres of reforestation. We moved from 1 cabin to 5 cabins. We can house 30 guests at Ambassador now. So we moved from from farming to ecotourism.
Amazing, isn't it? It's with the goal of creating more stories like this why the ministry and its partners are investing in engaging and educating residents who live in and around the Blue and John Crow Mountains.
This is Jamaica's first World Heritage inscription and the only mixed site in the Caribbean. This is not an achievement to be taken lightly.
We are ready in this ministry to work closely with these communities to provide mentorship and other support mechanisms aimed at strengthening these events, certainly in the area of management and organization. We also intend to partner with our tourism experts and JBDC to deal with product development and sales, marketing and promotion internationally, as also with the Ministry of Local Government and National Works Agency to treat with access to these communities.
For more information, contact the Jamaica Conservation and Development Trust at 960-2848-9 or send an email to jamaicaconservation@gmail.com. You can also visit blueandjohncrewmountains.org and click on Community Tourism Opportunities.
When you eat Jamaican, you support local farmers. The Rural Agriculture Development Authority, RADA, also assists our farmers by using creative ways to help them grow more. So we eat more homegrown foods.
Agriculture has always been the backbone of Jamaica's economy, providing food and raw material for consumption and export, as well as numerous employment and entrepreneurial opportunities. And the Rural Agricultural Development Authority, RADA, has played an integral role in the sector, creating a sustainable environment through the use of technology and contemporary farming practices.
RADA is the Rural Agricultural Development Authority, and it was established to stimulate and promote rural development among farmers and farm families in Jamaica.
Since 1990, RADA has provided over 230,000 farmers with the technical know-how through numerous programs aimed at making them more capable of managing their farms and knowledgeable about how to improve the quality of their output.
We have in RADA several programs. We have internationally funded programs. We have the GOG Adaptation Fund, which is a climate-smart program. We have the agro-parks, which are, as you know, agro-park spans different parishes. And of course, we in RADA provide the technical services necessary to bring those parks into, productivity and production. The Irish Potato Program was a program that started some years ago, and one of its main objectives is to promote sustainable production of Irish potato, and it is one of those crops that we term import substitution crops. We are about 90% self-sufficient.
I have benefited from the Irish Potato Program. Yes, and I have also gotten training along with seedlings, fertilizer and stuff like that.
Without RADA, it would be very, very difficult because they form that bridge where you can call to find markets, different ministries, various things that we need.
And RADA has also been incorporating more women and youth in its programs to encourage new entrants in agricultural business ventures.
I was on the GOG Adaptation Fund program where I did Irish potato. Under that program, women and youth. Irish potato has now become my favorite crop. We learn how to apply the fertilizer, how to apply the spray. When the crop is ready, we will learn post-harvest, pre-harvest, and diseases, all of that under the program.
In addition to hosting programs that provide farmers with the exposure and skills needed to transform their farming experience, RADA has introduced appropriate information and communication technologies, ICT, for greater innovations and effectiveness in the industry through the ABIS database.
The acronym ABIS is Agriculture Business Information System. The primary objective is to provide demographic information as well as information on crops as well as livestock. So we do a lot of tracking of agricultural produce. We are working with the Met Service right now to link that information with Met Service so that real-time weather information within particular geographic location can be uploaded to the system, and then we get the feedback and we can assist farmers to make informed decisions as to when to plant and the type of crops they can plant based on weather conditions.
RADA has also been providing continuous certification and training to its extension staff.
Our main mandate is to provide technical advice to farmers. Right, the agency has gone further to provide us with trainings in pest and disease identification and management. They have provided us with training in marketing, proper use and management of equipment, use of personal protective equipment and such. And we pass that information on to the farmers on a daily basis.
I think RADA has done a good job. RADA has to assume a role of providing technical advice and the transfer of technology so that we can become productive and hence more competitive, so that the products that we produce can meet the standards required for export, not only to satisfy the Jamaican output, but for exports.
If agriculture doesn't grow, the economy can't grow. And so RADA is a critical element in agriculture and a critical element for growth in this economy.
I am so grateful for the extension officers. Like, we can call upon them at any time.
I thank them immensely, especially the field officers, because they come out almost every week to check on us.
It's very worthwhile seeing the farmers utilize the information that they have been given and use it in order to better themselves.
For more information about RADA, call 977-1158 to 60 or email executive@rada.gov.jm.
We want a productive Jamaica. We are not productive Jamaicans. Productivity to move forward on this land. Productivity, that's the way to go, we should understand. Productivity is the way to go for all us Jamaicans. Small business, big business, old and young, we are tell every woman and man. We want growth and prosperity for a better nation with a building plan. So we can build our product and sell our product and put more money in our hand. Our economy can rise to a level and build a better nation. Productivity to move forward on this land. Productivity, that's the way to go, we should understand. Productivity to move forward on this land. Productivity, that's the way to go, we should understand. Productivity.
Productivity, pathway to prosperity. A message brought to you by the Jamaica Productivity Center, a department of the Ministry of Labor and Social Security.
You know what they say about all work and no play, right? Well, fortunately, you live in a country with a lot of places where you can go to unwind. Discover some of these next.
The Urban Development Corporation, in association with the Jamaica Information Service, presents Urban Scope.
Wondering where to go for fun, excitement, or the opportunity to hang out with family and friends? Look no further. The Urban Development Corporation has a wide variety of recreational facilities, including beaches, for your enjoyment. Journey with us to the western end of the island, which is known for its white sand beaches, Westmoreland to be exact. There you will find the Long Bay Beach. Long Bay Beach Park is found along Negrill's sparkling 7 miles of white sand beach. Open daily from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., the beach has picnic benches in the park and changing facilities. Visitors have more than 9 hectares of beach to enjoy at Long Bay Beach Park. On the north coast, the jewel of Caribbean waterfalls reigns supreme at Dunn's River Falls. Dunn's River Falls is one of the island's most outstanding natural treasures. It offers 600 feet of climbing pleasure for thousands of visitors and locals alike. The Dunn's River Falls and Park, which is a popular recreational spot all year round, is open daily from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. In proximity to Dunn's River Falls is another of the UDC's managed and maintained facility, the multi-award-winning Green Grotto Caves. This tourist attraction includes a guided tour through an active cave system. The experience is educational, historic, cultural, and a soft adventure. During the tour, emphasis is placed on protection of the natural ecosystem as the caves operate within the tenets of an environmental management system. The caves were the first worldwide and in the Caribbean to be awarded Green Globe certification. This certification confirms that the Green Grotto Caves maintain good environmental and social practices. Green Grotto Caves is open every day between 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. and has other facilities and amenities such as restrooms, a snack shop, a logo shop set on well-manicured lawns, and gardens. So we showed you those breathtaking beaches and recreational spots along the north and west coasts. Now it's time to travel to the east. There we'll explore the picture-perfect Reach Falls in Portland. These pulsating falls are situated in a luxurious tropical park found along 5 miles above Manchonil, a small fishing village. The attraction features a cascading waterfall, a picnic area, and a nature trail. The lush greenery of the montane forest and the refreshing pool beneath the waterfall promise a memorable experience. Reach Falls is open Wednesday to Sunday between the hours of 8:30 a.m. and 4:30 p.m. In Helsha, St. Catherine is the Fort Clarence Beach for the beach lovers. The 16-hectare beach park is a popular family fun day and picnic spot. It's also an ideal relaxation spot for residents of Portmore, Kingston, and neighboring communities. Our white sand, fish, and bammy and a clean atmosphere is one that guarantees the best beach experience. So this weekend, why not treat yourself? Opening hours are Wednesdays to Fridays from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturdays and Sundays from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. So when thinking of where to go for fun, excitement, or just to hang out with family and friends, remember to choose from our beaches, Long Bay, Bluefields, Duns River, and Fort Clarence. And for other activities, there are the Green Grotto Caves, Two Sisters Caves, and Reach Falls. The Urban Development Corporation, maintaining some of the island's finest beaches and recreational facilities for your enjoyment. The Urban Development Corporation has a number of properties available for lease or sale. These are the Catherine Hall Entertainment Complex in Montego Bay, Caymanas Golf and Country Club in St. Catherine, Cotton Polyester Complex in Old Harbour, St. Catherine, Ideal Warehouse, Water Lane, Kingston, Chapel Lane Market in Kingston, and Sea Castle Apartment in Rose Hall, Montego Bay. To learn more about the work of the Urban Development Corporation, call 922-831-024 or visit their website at www.udcja.com. You may also follow them on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, or visit their information center on the ground floor, Kingston Mall, downtown Kingston.
Urban Scope was brought to you by the Urban Development Corporation in association with the Jamaica Information Service.
Money. That thing most of us don't seem to ever have enough of. Many feel they are not earning enough or that the cost of living is just too high. No matter what your salary is, though, you should always try to put a little aside, just in case things get a little rough. Yeah, I hear the cries. How can I put away money when I barely have enough to get by? Well, if you think about it, we all know some ways we could pinch a little here and there. How about this? Cook at home and bring lunch to work. That will cut down on your food bill. Another way to save some money, learn to do things for yourself. Think about how much you could save if you cut your own yard, do your hair yourself, or do minor repairs to your vehicle. Also, cut back on those utilities. See what services you can do without. You can also make an effort to lower your energy usage by turning off lights when they are not being used or ironing your clothes once a week. Making these little changes in your life can mean big changes to your bank account. It also means more money to invest in being the best you. And the best you will be better able to play a part in making this country the place of choice to live, and you know the rest. Today's show has come to an end, but the information from JIS is always at your fingertips. Visit our website, jis.gov.jm. Follow us on Twitter or like our Facebook page. Got feedback or comments on today's show? Then send us an email, jamaicamagazine@jis.gov.jm. I am Adrian Atkinson. Do take care.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.